You guys have gotten a little bit complacent. The agents and OC work their asses off.
I just hope that the OC office doesn't end up subsidizing this new LA office.
You know how Jason is. He loves somebody, he loves them forever.
I just feel like maybe there's feelings left.
I'm losing brain cells on this conversation.
Selling Sunset is back for an explosive 7th season, and who better to give us all the tea on what we can expect than one of the show's last remaining OGs.
It's Chrishell Stause, everybody.
Yes. Hello, guys.
Okay, first
that
of all,
clip alone.
Well, before we get into the clip, we heard that you guys got a reunion episode.
We do. They just announced it today. It's actually, so our show premieres everywhere tomorrow. Technically midnight, Pacific Standard Time for the really diehard people, and then the reunion 1 week after that.
Okay, so you guys already filmed it. What was it like? Did you get everything off your chest?
It was a roller coaster. I feel like we really have highs and lows, some really funny moments, but I do really feel like it is a love letter to the fans, and we get to a really, a place I'm surprised that we got to. So I really can't wait for people to watch the reunion.
Oh, I can't wait to tune in. Well, listen, one of the other things we definitely were all tuning in on was you and G-Flip's Halloween costumes. Y'all dressed up as Troye Sivan and Ross Lynch from Troy's latest music video. Okay, whose idea was this? How did this come about?
So this was G's idea. We were trying to come up with something because we were like, how do we outdo last year where we dressed as each other? We were like, we have to do something fun.
Yeah.
And, right now the song is so viral. Everyone's learning the choreography.
Yeah.
And so G came up with this idea, and I was like, can I pull that off? Sure, let's try it. So we had a lot of fun. We were cracking up the whole time. Keeping a straight face was the hard part.
You guys killed that. I'm curious, are we actually going to see more of G this season?
Yes, so Gia's on the season. Same as before. It's not a ton, but I think that it's nice to have a little sprinkle in there of G.
I love that.
Well, speaking of some G's, Jason, pitting you guys against each other, the OC cast, the OC real estate office. What was it like hearing that? And does OC even stand a chance?
Well, I will say there's certain dinners. I was very happy. I couldn't be there. I'd had surgery that day. And looking at it and watching it, I'm like, ooh, I dodged a bullet. But listen, I know there's some rivalry there, but for me, I just feel like I don't watch the show because I don't want to get convoluted of my opinion of them.
I hear that.
So I just like to take it from my interactions with them, and it's a little too close to work for me, It gives me the anxiety I get of when I watch my show.
You're like, okay, so I didn't go to that dinner. I dodged a bullet there. But the big drama last season was your beef with Nicole. She actually thought you were receiving special treatment in the office, and you accused her of being on drugs. So I'm so curious where you guys stand today. I remember that clip.
Yes.
Yes, the clip heard around the world. I will probably never live that one down. But, listen, how do I answer this politely?
Say it like it is. It's E-News.
Okay, so I will just say we go there. We film this back-to-back. So by the time we get into 7, I really kind of had it. And so you're going to kind of see all of that unfold.
Yeah.
And I can't say that, it doesn't get a little spicier than it was, because for us it built and built and built. And
I feel like you just said, you guys are confronting this thing. And speaking of confrontations, there's this clip going around of you getting into it with Jason's then girlfriend, Mary Lou. Let's take a look.
She doesn't really want to be friends with me, and she told me it was because I was jealous, I was crying.
I never said you were jealous.
Okay, then you said that I was annoyed about you. I don't know what you said. Then repeat yourself.
I'd be happy to, but please don't put words into my mouth. I don't appreciate
Okay,
that.
Guys, do I have to be on this call?
Do I have to be on this call?
You should be at this lunch first.
Literally.
So he should have been there at the lunch in person.
That's what I think. I definitely feel like, this is one of those things where it's like, oh my gosh, how did I get myself into this mess? And you should definitely have to be here if I have to be here.
Right?
But that's the way it goes, I guess.
Look, I gotta tell you, the Chrishell from season 1 is not the Chrishell we're seeing now. I feel like you're bolder. I feel like you're saying more of what's on your mind. What was that change for you?
Well, I think it's been a few things, but, you know, I really do think reality television is like sink or swim. And the only way, in my opinion, you can swim is if you really get to a place where you protect your boundaries. You are able to speak your mind and things like that. But, you know, I don't always do it in the best way. I will admit that. I will admit that. But because when you go home and you feel like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I said it, the producers are like, Chrishell, you killed it today. You did a great job. And you're like, oh my, what kind of job is this?
Exactly. Well, we can't wait to see all of it, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Thank you, Chrishell. An all-new season of Selling Sunset premieres tomorrow on Netflix.